Peace, peace, peace. What's good, family? What are we doing to white people? What are you doing to white people? Oh no. What are they doing to white people? I don't know. Like, shit, nothing? Absolutely nothing? Zero things are being done to white people. What justice has come to a single person that was in a lynch mob in America? What single person was brought to justice for all the people that were drowned creating your national parks and high-rise buildings, the fires that you set or you would watch people die in, medical malpractice, police brutality, fire departments neglecting to do their job and allowing entire families to die screaming in the flames. What are you doing to white people? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They don't even educate white people about what white people have done. The crimes of white people are so bad that they continue to do them. And they still, if it wasn't for TikTok, Americans would have had no idea that anything was happening in Israel. For literally 75 years, the exact same thing that has been going on this entire year, ever since Macklemore made that song. Since Macklemore made the song until now, has been going on for 75 years. Honestly, it's been going on for a century. It's been a century now, because people are still using outdated language, because it's like there's a hyper focus upon indoctrination and rhetoric, but there's no focus upon a fucking solution. So what are you doing to white people? Nothing. Jack shit, nada. Not a legislation, no bill, no policy, no stop black hate. They're talking about colonizing Africa. No one's batting an eyelash. There's an entire fucking genocide. Americans are talking about who's gay or not. Are you fucking kidding me? What is happening? What is happening to white people? I'm curious. I am so fucking curious. I really want to know. I didn't know there was a white crisis going on. I didn't know there was this grand crisis in the white community. Y'all for literally 2 centuries tried to make looking white the greatest thing on earth. You made everybody hate themselves. You got all these Asian people cuckolding for Donald Trump. You got Asian people that don't even want to be Asian. Don't even call themselves by their Asian names. Just so they could be accepted by white people. And you want to ask, what are we doing to white people? Asking for justice. Asking for equality, for equity, for them to just leave us the fuck alone and get the fuck out of our neighborhoods. Stop buying our shit, get the fuck out. Stop trying to charge 2 to 3 times the rent. Something like that maybe. Just asking for it. It's not even the reality. They're not even gonna do it. They're not gonna listen. But just asking for justice is an insult to these people. What are we doing to white people? Asking to be recognized as equal is an insult to these people that they wanted to fight a war over. What are we doing to white people? What the fuck happened to white people then? Like, what is? I feel like when you treat people like shit, and someone goes, "I'm gonna treat you how you treat me," you might get pretty scared. If you treat people very well, you treat people very nice, you're very respectful, very loving, then the idea of equality sounds like peace on earth, ending world hunger, ending homelessness, ensuring everyone has a proper education and we can agree upon the truth. We don't have to have these drastic extremisms, to someone who is sane and reasonable. But to these racist white supremacists who do not educate their people, and they think slavery was a good thing, and you have to pass tests to graduate with their indoctrination. So it's not a matter of you can be this free thinking individual, you can say what the truth is. In order to pass their test, you understand? You have to agree with them. Otherwise, you go to special education, you get helped out, or you go to vocational school. And then they consider you a problem. To fit in, sometimes to survive, you have to endure being called slurs and insults and jokes, demeaning you, dehumanizing people just like you, degrading your people, demoralizing you, just to be around them. And they're going to laugh it off and say it's just a joke. You make the same jokes with them, they're ready to fight you or kill you. What are we doing to white people? I can't say only Asian friend I had was from South Korea. He was straight from South Korea. So his viewpoints of white people were a lot different than any Asian American I've ever met before. But the grand majority of Asian Americans that I meet consider themselves white. So to hear a young Asian American boy asking, "What are we doing to white people?" It sounds more like a little Asian boy asking, "What's going to happen to me? I'm white. What's going to..." You're not white. You're Asian. Cut the shit. You're not white. You Latino. Cut the shit. The Spaniards are in Spain. Because a lot of you do not know history. You barely even know current events. Fuck history. You got literally the past couple of decades of police brutality and vigilante justice against black people. And you want to talk about slavery. You won't even talk about Jim Crow. You won't even talk about Reconstruction. You won't even talk about the civil rights. You want to talk about, because you don't know anything else. Because you're not educated about anything else. Because if you knew what these people were really like, if you knew where they came from, you would know everything about them. If you knew us and you knew where we came from, you would be more humble. I feel like the Israelis show us anyone can become. Even Donald Trump showed anyone can become a dictator or a fascist. Anyone who feels as though they've gone through pain or cruelty or hardship is readily in line to take that out on other people. So when they talk about equality and they talk about equity, they think about being treated how they treat you. They think about being oppressed. They think about being underpaid. They think about being overworked. They think about European serfdom. They think about being a Roman slave. The majority of the Roman slaves were white people. What are we doing to white people? Nothing. Shit. Who cares? It took a long time for me to reach a sense of internal peace about the issue of American racism. When I realized how insecure other people are, and I realized that a lot of people will try to make you feel lesser about yourselves rather than trying to actually make themselves better. And people who think that because they are white, they have special traits and abilities as if they're playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons is a narcissist. Anyone who thinks that because they're white, they have no God and they can break any law that they want to without justice is a psychopath. Any person who thinks that they're superior to other people because they are white is a narcissistic psychopath. And the people who defend the white person's ability to do that in order to either not become a victim or to do the same behavior themselves to other non-white people is a sociopath. So you have mentally ill people who have a greed and lust for control, power, manipulation, and deceit. And you are literally blaming the victims. And you are shifting any form of culpability, responsibility, even just a basic level of accountability from the people who still are the oppressors. It's not like the empire has fallen. It might be falling, but it might just stumble and get right the fuck back up again. It has not fallen. They're still the oppressor. What are we doing to white people? Nothing, shit, nada. I've never seen anything done to white people. It's so bad that when white people outright murder people, people still have a feeling like they're not going to be arrested or go to prison or get a proper sentence because they're white. Even when it's a white guy killing his own family or killing his own wife, he's still going to plea bargain for her body. This is the level of mental disorder that you're dealing with these people. And you're asking, what are we doing? What have we done to white people? I think white people honestly did this to themselves. 100%, without a question. I feel like white people put themselves in this position. White people wanted to take over the entire planet. They took it over. They literally controlled the entire earth. The next two greatest world powers that they keep saying that they're going to go to war with are their trading partners. And they owe money to them too. They owe money to China and Russia. So it's literally like the USA is like the school bully. And then every time you joke with the bully just punches you in the face. Anytime you tell the bully the truth, they just kick you in the balls. Anytime you try to stand up for yourself, they kill you. They burn your house down, It's never going to be equal with these people because their version of equality is just them being nicer to you as you serve them. it never reaches a point in which you heal, you recover, you grow, you apologize and take responsibility. It's just more gaslighting, more deceit, more deception, more arguments, more debates, more deflections, more strawmans, more red herrings. You know, it's rather than anything other than white men destroyed the entire earth. And they need to deal with that. Like Stu Pickles and Rugrats Go Wild. You brought us here. You wanted world domination. You achieved world domination. Fix it. We ain't doing shit to white people. They're the ones talking about the Civil War. They're the ones dehumanized. They're the only people that do this shit. They've been working the same game plan since the year negative 2000. They've been doing the same shit to each other. All they did was do it to us. They basically just got together and said, hey, instead of us killing each other as white people, why don't we just kill everybody else? Yeah! Trump for president! What are we doing to white people? We're not doing shit to white people. We don't give a fuck about white people. You motherfuckers love white people more than you love their own kids. Y'all love white people more than you love your families. Y'all love white people more than you love yourselves. The amount of money that people spend trying to appear, feel white, it's like more than people even trying to be rich or trying to be famous they just want to be white. They just want a white man. They just want a white woman. They just want whiteness in their life. Nobody's doing anything to white people. White people have psychologically enslaved the entire planet. Every single leader on earth will be murdered overnight if they don't serve white people. No one's doing anything to white people. So if you weren't so insecure, why would you fear so much? And that's really where the base of racism comes from. It's just full circle, baby. Some people honestly just need to put you down to feel better about themselves because they are never, ever, ever going to do the work it takes to actually be better than you.